Cancer, this is the week everything you have been holding gets lit up by your own full moon, and Mercury turns backward in your sign right at the same time. So whatever you have been protecting, guarding, keeping close, this week asks you point blank whether it still belongs to you or whether you have just been too loyal to let it go. Mercury turns retrograde in your sign around the 30th, and in love, that means something unfinished is coming back around. Maybe a conversation you walked away from too soon, or words you swallowed instead of saying. This week, when that old topic surfaces, you get to respond differently. One thing to do before Sunday is to say the thing you wish you had said the first time, even if your voice shakes. The full moon on June 30th lands right in your sign, and that kind of lunar spotlight can leave you feeling wrung out. You might notice your sleep is off, your appetite is strange, or your emotions are closer to the surface than usual. This is not the week to push through tiredness. Rest before Thursday, not after, because your body is going to need reserves for the second half of the week. Saturn is still squaring your sign, and at work this week, that shows up as friction. Someone might question your approach or slow down something you need to move forward. The temptation is to over-explain or get defensive, but neither will help. Hold your ground quietly. One concrete move is to write down your reasoning before any big meeting so you do not get flustered when challenged. Mercury retrograde in your sign is perfect for reviewing anything you signed up for and forgot about. This week, look at your subscriptions, your automatic payments, the things quietly draining your account every month. There is probably one you do not use anymore. Cancel it before Sunday. That small act of clearing out what is not serving you will feel bigger than the money it saves. The biggest moment this week is the full moon on June 30th, right in Cancer. This is your annual emotional high tide, when everything you have been holding rises to the surface. Full moons are for releasing, not starting. So the question is not what do you want, but what have you outgrown? Let one thing go this week that you have been keeping out of loyalty or habit, not because it still fits. Okay, take a breath with me here. Let your shoulders drop. This full moon is asking you what deserves your protection right now, what is actually worth your energy, and what you have just been guarding out of habit. I have 3 piles for you this week. Pile 1 is the silver key for unlocking something you have kept closed. Pile 2 is the seashell for listening to what is underneath the noise. And pile 3 is the compass for finding your direction when everything feels uncertain. Notice which one your mind went to first. That is usually the right one. And if you cannot decide, watch all 3. Sometimes the message finds you in an unexpected pile. If you chose the silver key, let me turn over your first card. This is the 7 of Wands upright. And honestly, this card is you this week, standing on higher ground while people come at you from all sides. Maybe you have been defending a decision, a boundary, or a relationship that others do not understand. The 7 of Wands says you are right to hold your position, but it also asks whether you are fighting because you believe in this or just because you started and now you cannot stop. This week, before you keep defending, make sure the hill is worth it. Your second card is the Ace of Pentacles upright, and this is such a gift after that 7 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in something real, something you can touch. Money, home, health, a project that could actually go somewhere. This week, while you are busy defending what you already have, something new is being offered to you. Do not miss it because you're looking backward. There's a door opening, probably around Thursday or Friday. Walk through it. And your third card is the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Upright, this card is about hardship, feeling left out in the cold, struggling alone. But reversed, it means that hard time is ending. The door you thought was locked is actually open. This week, something you have been worried about, maybe money, maybe feeling like you do not belong somewhere, that worry starts to lift. Let it lift. Do not keep carrying it just because you are used to the weight. So Silver Key, here is your week. You are allowed to stop fighting for things that have already proven themselves. The new opportunity coming in is real, and the hardship you have been bracing for is actually behind you. Your one job this week is to notice what you can finally put down. If you chose the seashell, Your first card is the Queen of Swords upright. She is the clearest thinker in the deck, someone who has been through enough to know the difference between what she feels and what is true. This week, you are being asked to be her. There is a situation, probably in a relationship, where your emotions are loud and your logic is trying to get a word in. The Queen of Swords says, listen to the logic this time. Not because feelings do not matter, but because right now they are clouding something you need to see clearly. Your second card is the Lovers upright. And next to the Queen of Swords, this is interesting. The Lovers is not just about romance, it is about choice. A real, meaningful choice between two paths, two people, two versions of your life. This week, you are standing at that crossroads. The Queen of Swords is telling you to think clearly, and the Lovers is saying the decision matters. Do not make it based on guilt or obligation. Make it based on what you actually want your life to look like. And your third card is the Knight of Wands reversed. Upright, this knight is all fire and forward motion, charging ahead without thinking. Reversed, he is stuck, frustrated, maybe acting impulsively because he cannot stand waiting anymore. This is a warning for your week. Whatever choice the Lovers is presenting, do not rush it. The Knight reversed says if you move too fast out of restlessness, you will regret it. You have until Sunday. Use the time. Seashell, your week is about a choice that deserves your clearest thinking. The temptation will be to rush, to act on emotion, to just get it over with. But this decision is too important for that. Slow down. Write it out if you need to. Talk to someone who will tell you the truth, and do not commit to anything until you have slept on it at least once. If you chose the compass, your first card is the Six of Swords upright. This is the card of leaving something behind, moving away from troubled water toward calmer shores. It is not a dramatic exit, it is a quiet one. This week you are in transition. Maybe you are physically going somewhere, or maybe you are just mentally moving on from a situation that was not working. The Six of Swords says the journey is necessary, even if it feels heavy. You are not running away. You are moving toward something better. Your second card is the Nine of Cups, reversed. Upright, this is the wish card, getting exactly what you wanted. Reversed, it asks whether what you wanted is actually making you happy. This week, there might be a moment where you get something you thought you needed, a text back, a yes, an outcome you were hoping for, and it does not feel the way you expected. That is not a sign you made a mistake. It is a sign your expectations needed adjusting. Let the reality be enough, even if it looks different than the fantasy. And your third card is the Eight of Wands upright. This is speed, movement, things finally happening after a long wait, messages coming in, plans taking shape, momentum picking up. After the slow, heavy energy of the Six of Swords and the disappointment check of the Nine reversed, the Eight of Wands says the second half of your week moves fast. By Friday or Saturday, something that felt stuck will suddenly be in motion. Be ready to respond quickly. Compass, your week is about trusting the direction you are already heading, even when it feels uncertain. The transition is real, and it is right. Just check your expectations along the way, because what you find might not look like what you imagined, and that is okay. By the weekend, things speed up. Stay flexible and keep your phone charged. Cancer, this full moon in your sign is asking you to be honest about what you are carrying. Some of it is yours to protect, and some of it you have just been holding because you did not know how to put it down. This week, you get to choose. Guard what matters, release what does not, and trust that you know the difference. Thank you for spending this time with me. I will see you next week.